What a beautiful group of people. Yeah. Such a beautiful song, Ara. Thanks, Ben. I had to get Rico Suave for Felipe. We used to always like to get slicked up. Man, God, life's a trip. Yeah, I think a good place to start is just, how Felipe and I first met. Let's think about that. It's a place to start. And, I think we met without even saying a single word, which is really cool. I got a job with at Atlas, this restaurant in the U Village, maybe you remember. And I hadn't even worked a day, and they said there's a Christmas party, so you should come to the Christmas party. And I hadn't worked at all, and I went to the Christmas party. And it was kind of boring, and I suddenly ended up in this corner next to this guy with a nice prominent nose, and he had a mischievous look in his eye. And didn't even say anything. And I forget the first thing we did, but we started playing pranks on people. And we didn't even introduce each other. We didn't even say hi. We just started playing pranks, and he was right in it. And we spent the whole night just messing with people. And then at the end of the night, we're like, we gotta hang out. And his English wasn't that, it was still rough. And went over and talked to Katie, and we scrambled to exchange numbers. And that was the start. And then we became like really deep friends really fast, and Katie and Felipe, and we just got together, and it was so quick. And and then we, the band started, and I still remember the first show. It was like Felipe and I were so close, and we had such a musical bond. We didn't even know yet, like, what's your part gonna be, Felipe? And we were like, but you gotta be in it. And he was so musical, he didn't have a specific yet. And he had all these different musical instruments, and it was just like, let's do this. Bring every musical instrument that you want, and you'll be whatever that is. And then the first show, I remember the first song. It was in sound check, and we hadn't even planned it, and we just started working on some random song. Felipe was to the right, and he started singing this harmony to what I was singing, and it was so locked in that it was just, I remember the first feeling like of lifting me, and it totally, totally lifted me. And that's so much Felipe's role. And he did that with his voice. He was first immediately, and that continued on, and that was so much what he brought, and then we trekked on, and then we were just on this journey, and Felipe was the mirror for me. He was just right there, the total mirror, faithful encourager. And after every explosive event that we did, the Lovingtons was like a form for our magic and connection. And after every big thing, in the morning it would be a walk. He'd be right there, and he'd be like, let's take a walk, Luke. And we'd take a walk, and he'd have the next step, he was on it. And I was thinking, you know, if there's like one thing that I wanted to share, there's so many things to share, is, you know, I can't believe we're here, and, Felipe, like, I mean, he was such a good friend to me, you know, and I just, yeah, I just gotta say that, brother, it's just, you know, man, you could never imagine a good friend, and I know he doesn't, you know, it's like easy on the tears, you know, but you could never imagine such a good friend, you know, and, I mean, really, I can't imagine, like, just really gave me everything, and so I know he can hear me, I know he's here, and I know he's like, Luke, you take it easy, man. You know, don't get too dramatic, and, you know, and he keeps it so real, you know, Felipe keeps it so real, so level, and I can hear him for sure. I can hear, you know, I could hear him saying, you know, his chuckle laugh, you know, he's got that chuckle laugh, and you know, one thing, I'm just going off the cuff here, and you know, one thing is, Felipe always, he always had a way of finding out news first. And that was just his deal. He would always know about things first. And he'd always be the one to tell you about what he figured out. And it just fits so perfectly with the Falcon spirit. You know, he would always, like, fly ahead, and you guys all know, the band all knows, like, in airports it was so annoying because he would just never wait. And he was always at the gate with his shaker bag, you know, chilling. And he was always flying ahead. I remember one time he whistled at Katie, and Katie was like, you slow down, you know, because he's just always flying. And he had that nature, so he'd always know the news first. He'd always know what's happening first. And I'd get these phone calls, and I'd get these messages, you know, and it was oftentimes it'd be about the band. And he'd be like, Luke, I got the best news, buddy. He'd be like, but you're gonna have to call me back if you want to know. Click. And that was it. And I remember I'd be so excited. I don't even care about the news. It's so awesome. Good news. And he'd always be sharing good news, you know. And he was always ahead with the secrets. He was always ahead. And I had this feeling the other night, and we were talking about it, and I was like, wow, Felipe really knows more than all of us now, you know. And, you know, and so, yeah. And I guess what I wanted to say, you know, I wanted to say to you, Felipe, and it's really in action, you know. I've been, you know, what do you say, you know, it's really in action. And, you know, for me, I just have to devote my life to honor it, you know. How do you thank a friend like that? And I just have to devote my life to honoring him and being, you know, being there for his wife. And, you know, I gotta say his son Rio, and I gotta tell you, Felipe, I'm devoted to your son Rio. And you know, you got me, you count on me, and I know you got so many other folks, so many brothers and sisters. And you know, I'm accountable for teaching Rio about magic, and you know, and about flying, and about not getting locked into the earth chains, you know. And if you got an idea, go. And you know, let the practicalities, let them fall together as you fly. And be okay with being an authentic, a totally authentic who you are being. That's something I really want to make sure to share with Rio, and he already is. And we're all gonna be there. And so you have my token on that. And that's about it. We won't keep it too dramatic. And I wanted to end with a little song. And you know, and an acknowledgement about how many brothers and sisters out here that love Felipe so much and are so close to him. You know, you're all so close. And I'd like you guys to do something. This is an important honoring of Felipe, and this is super key. And I guess you guys are gonna have to stand up to do this. Yeah. So, it goes like this. Felipe had a favorite artist. He actually signed his name. This artist. And that was his signature. If you look at Felipe's signature, that was his signature. And so I'll show you the move, and I think you'll know who it is. I don't know if that was good enough. So we're going to do a Michael move. So everybody on 3. The move, you just get on your toes. You don't have to nail it. You get on your toes and you lift up your knees. I don't even know if I have it right. And you lift up your knees, and this is going to be an embracing of Felipe, and I know he's loving this. I know he's loving this. It goes like this. Let's do it on 3. Ready? So we'll count to 3, and then you do it on 4 in your head. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Here's a little song for you. It goes like this. So everybody's gonna have to sing if you know it. You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll reach out my hand to you. I'll have faith in all you do. Just call my name and I'll be there. Arrangement's a little different. I'll be there. I'll be there, yeah, yeah. Just call my name and I'll be there. Let me fill your heart with joy and laughter. Togetherness is all I'm after. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there, yeah, yeah. Just call my name. I'll be there. I'll be there. call my name, I'll be there. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, Luke.
I also have to say Felipe was the one that helped me find my loved one and gave me all his favorite t-shirts.
Hi everyone, I'm Kenny. I'm Katie's brother. Not quite as comfortable in front of the microphone as Luke and some of the others. It's incredible how many people Felipe knew, and you know, he's only been here for. It's only none of us here except for Katie, and my parents knew him more than 8 years ago. It was August of 2005 when Felipe moved here with Katie after she'd met him in Chile, and you know, it was at that time when I took him under my wing and started teaching him some music, some of the shaker things, taught him how to dress, you know, tried to teach him some gooder English, and but it was. You know, it was before that. It was in 2004 when Katie took a backpacking trip down to Chile for a couple years. And she met him in May of '04, and then in November, our parents were going down to see him for a couple weeks, and Katie came up and introduced him to Felipe and told him that she was going to marry him. And while they were there, and so I got a call from my sister saying it was Halloween of 2004, saying she was getting married, and I'm a bit of a protective big brother, and I think I said a few things in the lines of "Congratulations, really? Are you sure?" Tried to call her back a couple times over the next couple of days, and I think I had the wrong number and kept getting people talking to me in Spanish, and so I wrote Katie an email, and I have the full version of the string emails after that. It's about 8 pages long. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but my email started out saying, first of all, congratulations, Katie. I don't know if I properly congratulated you. And then I said, second, please tell me about who my new brother-in-law is going to be. How long have you been together? Where'd you meet? What's he like? What's he look like? You told me he's an actor, cook, business school. What does he do? Does he speak English? You're not pregnant, are you? So, and then I said, third, I need to speak to you like a big brother. I said, you know, there's a really big step, and please don't do this if you have any doubts. You know, I really hope you and Felipe are happy, and I love you very much, and I just really hope you're thinking this through. So I'm going to read a couple things. Like I said, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is from Katie to me, November 3rd, 2004. They were married on November 10th, so it was about a week before. But she says, I'm so in love.